Hello and a warm welcome to Federal Special Program Capital Beat. BJP Lok Sabha MP and Bollywood actor Kangana Ranaut yesterday had made a statement saying that we must bring back the three farm laws. And this statement triggered a massive controversy, and after which the BJP distanced itself from Kangana's remarks, saying that these were her personal remarks. In fact, Gaurav Bhatia had put out a video which became viral, and after which Kangana Ranaut this morning posted a video where she apologized, saying that she takes back her words. And adding to this statement, she also said that she needs to be mindful that her opinions are in sync with the party line as she's now a BJP member. Now, the big question now is that has Kangana really damaged BJP's prospects in Haryana? And let me tell you, just a short while back, sometimes in the afternoon, Rahul Gandhi had also posted a video and he has asked Prime Minister Narendra Modi that what is happening on the three farm laws. Are they reviving the farm laws? And he said that if at all that is happening, then India Alliance will fight tooth and nail to oppose this legislation. And he also put out a line saying in his tweet that who is deciding the government's policy, BJP MP or Prime Minister Modi? So has the party been able to rein in Kangana, or BJP was trying to use Kangana as some kind of a trial balloon just to see what kind of a reaction comes up if we start talking about the three farm laws? But has the BJP really damaged itself and shot itself in its foot? Joining me now is Javed Ansari, senior journalist and political commentator. Thank you so much, Javed, for joining. We have Vivek Deshpande, senior journalist and political commentator. And let me begin with Javed. That does this video by Kangana Ranaut really mean anything? I mean, it does goes to show that she's under pressure from the party because of the fact that she used this line saying that I need to be mindful that whatever I say has to be in sync with what the party line is. But can we really say that Kangana has learned her lessons? She's not going to repeat the same mistake. Earlier, also, she was called in by Mr. Nadda, but then repeatedly she was making the same mistakes while she was promoting her film Emergency. So, do you think that the party has been able to rein in Kangana?
Well, we'll only know that the answer to that question in the future. But the fact is that with Kangana, without Kangana, the BJP is sunk in Haryana. Either which way the BJP was going to lose, this will sink them further. You know, there's a couplet in Urdu that "Hue tum dost jiske dushman uska aas maatu." With friends like these, BJP doesn't need anybody else to inflict damage on them. But the fact is that Kangana is just being Kangana. On what basis was she chosen to be the MP? On what basis did the BJP not give her a party ticket? Did they elicit her views? Did they educate her on the party's policies? Were her views in sync with that of the BJP? Or is it only because of star value and because she was bad-mouthing and bad-mouthing people who were opposed to the BJP? And she was singing praises of the Prime Minister, so you thought, oh, she's a good catch, let's put her there. Now, the chickens have come home to roost. This is Kangana. She is a loose cannon and unguided missile at the best of times. And you know, the thing with unguided missiles is that more often than not, they end up damaging themselves and their own people. This is precisely what she's doing.
But Javed, do you think that the party also must have, because many people were saying, and within the political circles, people were saying that she was being used as a trial balloon, and BJP apparently wanted to gauge that, what kind of a reaction would it be if we start talking and if we revive the talks again on the farm laws. So do you think the BJP was trying to, execute some kind of an experiment through Kangana? And now they realize that it backfired.
Look, if indeed that was the case, then this is certainly the most inopportune moment to have done so. The bulk of the farmers who joined the agitation, the movement against these farm laws, were from Punjab and from Haryana. So to therefore revive this spectre of these farm laws being brought back again couldn't have been more ill-advised and couldn't have come at a worse time for the BJP, at a time when one of India's topmost agrarian states is going to the polls, where farmers constitute a substantive block of votes. You've gone and raised this fear all over again. So what more do you need? As it is, the BJP was struggling. The BJP is struggling by all accounts. The BJP is struggling in Haryana. And now, if you are going to do this and float trial balloons and all this, then I don't think even the gods can help them.
Right. Vivek, what do you really make of Kangana's apology? And do you think that the BJP was under pressure and which is why they forced Kangana to apologize? And what about that same point which I was asking Jagdeep, that, the seed of doubt is there now in the minds of the farmers, and they're skeptical that any moment now, again, if the BJP comes back to power in Haryana, the farmers, of course, would be an angered lot, and they would think that anytime BJP can again re-energize these talks on the farm laws.
Yeah, Nilu, first about Kangana Ranaut and why she speaks often, uh, what what makes a lot of controversy. See, I think she has a very irrepressible natural penchant for egregious abuse of the newly found power as an MP. She has said many things before which have created trouble for the BJP. She was advised not to speak out on her own consult party before she actually speaks anything about such issues. But it seems that desire to speak out is so irrepressible that she simply doesn't remember that she is under some instruction not to speak out, and then she blurts out anything that she wants. So maybe it is out of that very stupid habit of speaking out that she has said this, and it may not be any trial balloon as you suggest, because what I mean, the people like Kangana Ranaut, they can go haywire anytime. They are made up like that. So the thing is, um, if she has said this, it will certainly damage the prospects of the BJP in Haryana, because the Haryana elections are pivoted around three issues: Jawan, Kisan, and Pehlwan. Now, Kisan is the most important of all these three factors, and if her statement has rubbed the farmers in Haryana the wrong way, one should not be surprised. So maybe in the coming election, this would certainly take the damage that the BJP has already suffered to a very, very logical end. That is to the defeat of the BJP. So, but whether people like Kangana Ranaut can be disciplined, that is a question that the BJP has to ponder very seriously. They do take in such people intermittently because they are very popular among the the chatterati that the BJP enjoys support from. So they have done it before, like Sadhvi Pragya Singh, we have seen the kind of statements she made and caused a lot of embarrassment to the BJP. Next time she was not repeated. Maybe Kangana Ranaut might also face the same fate in the next election. But till such time as she is around, I think the BJP uh, would always be under some kind of a pressure that this lady will cause them damage every now and then. But then that is the trouble they have invited for themselves, and they are only themselves to blame for it. But as far as the farm laws are concerned, I don't think the BJP has the courage to kind of bring them back, because they have suffered hugely on that count. And in future, I don't think there's any chance for the BJP to muster the courage to bring those laws back, despite the fact that some of the provisions of the law were really good. But it happens with the BJP when they are doing something good, because they have already done a lot of bad things previously. They end up eating a humble pie when it comes to some good things they have done. And that the same fate has happened to the farm laws. Of course, there was this allegation of farmers being subjected to corporatization of agriculture, and along with market and monsoon, now they would be forced to submit to the vagaries of corporate culture. So there was this apprehension always about these three farm laws in the minds of the farmers. But basically, some of the provisions were good. But then now that is a thing of the past, and there is no chance for the BJP to bring those laws back even through backdoor at any point of time in future, at least till such time as it is running this government with crutches. Nilu.
But Javed, if you look at Rahul Gandhi's statement and the video which he has posted out, he has really said that who is deciding the government's policy? Is it the BJP MPs or is it the Prime Minister Narendra Modi? Now, what does it go to show? That has Kangana really given a political handle uh, to the opposition, and now they keep beating BJP with this handle?
Well, absolutely, it's a no-brainer. She's done the opposition a great favor, but I still maintain, with Kangana, without Kangana, even assuming that Kangana had not made this statement, the BJP was going to lose big time in Haryana, and that's going to be the case. With Kangana has just ensured that. And this is not the first time. She earlier said, she has been a bonnet about the Sikh, especially the farmers' agitation. She said that rapes were taking place at the farmers' dharna. She says that bodies were found hanging at the campsite. I don't know which campsite she went to and witnessed. Because probably it's one of those fantasy films that she acts in. But because this is far from the truth, and if indeed that was the case, then what was the government of the day doing? It was the BJP government in Haryana, the BJP government at the center. They ought to have taken action. There is not even a single report to that effect. So she's made a habit of making off-the-cuff remarks. She needs to educate herself on these issues, and more than her party needs to educate herself. And again, I'll make the same point. What does it say about those who chose her as their MP candidate? Didn't they know? It's not the first time. In the film industry, she's quoted all kinds of controversies. She's made all kinds of controversial statements, for one of which she has been hauled up for a contempt case in a Mumbai court. Now there's a contempt case against her for the remarks that she had made against the farmers on the question of rapes, etc. So what is the BJP? Why does the BJP go in for people? They are the only party in the world to have put up a terror accused as their MP candidate. And see the kind of rubbish she used to speak. Then they had that Minister Sadhvi Jyoti, the Ramzade, Haramzade remark. Then again, now Kangana Ranaut. So, one, you don't do due diligence while picking people up as your candidates. Two, you don't make an effort to educate them.
No, but Javed, is apology enough for the kind of political statement which she's made, the kind of damage which she has done?
The damage is done. The damage is done. JDU has spoken up against it. Jimmy Shergill, Javier Shergill, and then Mr. Bhatia had earlier in the day. The BJP is embarrassed and they're running for cover, but what can they do? The damage is already done. Now,
no, but do you think that Kangana would have issued an apology video without having the Prime Minister have spoken to her, or maybe Mr. JP Nadda or Amit Shah? I'm sure the top leadership must have spoken to her, and then after which she has this video.
I don't think the Prime Minister would have spoken to her, but he must have got somebody from a position of authority, either Mr. Nadda or Mr. Amit Shah. But this damage has been done. Shouldn't they have, after the first remark, they should have reprimanded her and made it clear to her in no uncertain terms that she will zip it up, that she will not open her mouth on these issues. Earlier, the Prime Minister used to get very irritated and angry when MPs would speak out of turn and he'd say कि भाई देश को संबोधित करने की सबकी जिम्मेदारी नहीं है, ये weakness छोड़ देनी चाहिए in his second and first term. But I don't know why he's silent when it comes to Kangana.
Absolutely. No, but yesterday also, Vivek, I'll come to you, that Akali Dal leaders were saying that apology and all. Till yesterday evening, there was no sign of apology anywhere. But Akali, the leaders had already started saying that BJP should expel Kangana. So the big question now, the question is that is apology enough? Because if she repeatedly makes those mistakes, last time also she kept on making statements on farmers that there were rapes happening, there were murders happening during the farmers' movement. Then in one of her interviews, she made some silly remarks about the caste census. She mispronounced and took a wrong name for as far as the former president is concerned, Ramnath Kovind. She kept on making those mistakes, and this was all after Nadda had called her, reprimanded her, and cautioned her also. And then again, she makes this mistake. So, do you think that Kangana will improve? Kangana, do you think will amend her ways?
Look, she has no choice, but if the party is serious and if they seriously read the riot act to her, she will have no choice but to zip it up. As to your first question as to whether she will continue as MP or they will expel her, I don't think so. This is not in keeping with Mr. Modi's nature. He doesn't want to be seen, at least publicly, taking a step back on any issue. So they will perhaps do what they did to Sadhvi Pragya and they did to Sahib Singh Verma's son. They will probably deny her a ticket the next time.
Right.
And if they don't, the people will deny her a chance.
Absolutely. Absolutely. No, I mean, when you talk to the people in Himachal Pradesh, people they say that there's a lot of anger against how she's conducting herself and whatever she's doing. But Vivek, coming to you now, that the kind of impact it's going to have in Haryana, how do you think that the farmers will react now? Even though she has issued an apology, but the farmers in Haryana, farmers in Punjab, and of course now with the elections coming up in Maharashtra, and there are elections which are going on in Jammu and Kashmir as well. How do you think that the farmers will really react to what she has said?
So I think Javed has made that very clear that even if Kangana would not have said what she said, um, the elections in Haryana have already, I mean, we know what is going to be the fate of the elections in Haryana. The BJP has lost the plot there very substantially. And there is very little chance of the BJP actually winning that election in Haryana. So it may so happen that what Kangana said has only aggravated BJP's problems, but they were already beyond a point of repair in Haryana as far as the election outcome was concerned. So Kangana only added to the problem. It was not going to be any different even before she made this statement. So, but then farmers, whether they take Kangana very seriously, that is a question. I mean, why farmers? Anyone? Why should anyone take Kangana very seriously? Kangana is habituated to speaking anything that comes to her mind without batting an eyelid, without thinking twice before she says it, and understanding the repercussions of what she says. She is made like that. So we should not give too much of importance to what Kangana says. And beyond a certain point, I think we must ignore it and we must forget it. Uh, I have a little bit of sympathy for Kangana within the BJP, because there are many people in the BJP, including the Prime Minister himself, who are given to speaking things which are absolutely wrong. I mean, we have heard our own Prime Minister speaking ill of Muslims during those election speeches and even otherwise. We know what he has said about Muslims since 2002. So, if I mean, we cannot have a party in which some people are more equal than others. Many people in BJP. Just remember what this Tejasvi Surya had said about Muslim women 2 years back, 3 years back. Then we have Nupur Sharma. What has happened to them? So there are some people who are protected. There's when it comes to speaking anything about Muslims, you have a impunity. You have impunity, and nothing happens to you. But Kangana speaks on issues which are probably causing damage to the BJP, and that's why she is reprimanded. But there are people in BJP which are making statements which BJP thinks is politically benefiting them, like speaking something against the Muslims, which they feel will help the BJP. So such people are actually spared. They are not reprimanded. They are not given any notice. Anything of the sort which has happened to Kangana Ranaut will never happen to them. And this long list of people also includes the Prime Minister himself and the Home Minister. So why should we single out Kangana for it? What Kangana has said is not really such a big thing as the Prime Minister and the Home Minister of this country have said previously, and many other ministers like Guli Mardo Salok and all those people. We know what have they said in the past. So, to be fair to Kangana, I think she is being targeted within the BJP. Of course, she deserves to be targeted, but not. She is not the only person who deserves to be targeted. The Prime Minister should start with himself.
Javed, coming to you and quick 2 points, and then we'll wind up the show. Do you think that there could be this kind of a conspiracy also in mind, or maybe as a strategy, we would say that the government wants that before the new government comes in, we disperse the farmers because they still continue to sit at the Singhu border?
So how does it help the government by disposing them? By disposing them at this 11th hour. This is a lame duck government. Everybody knows they're just marking time, and it's just a matter of time before a new government takes place. Mr. Huda is already on record having said that once my government is sworn in, we will open the borders and we will give a legal guarantee for it. MSP will be legally guaranteed. So
Right.
all the demands are being met. So if they really want to compound the mistake, the blunder that Kangana Ranaut has committed on their behalf by forcibly evicting protesting farmers, then, like I said, with friends like these, who needs enemies?
No, but Vivek, last comment from you that is there a feeling? I mean, there's some people, and whatever little I could gather from what Jagdeep was saying, he was also trying to say that there is a move where BJP apparently is trying to destabilize the situation as far as Haryana elections is concerned. Do you think that that could be the motive as well?
I don't understand how it's going to destabilize the situation in favor of the BJP. Actually, it's going to be the other way around. That is what seems from the reactions that have come up to Kangana's statement. So I think there's nothing that can alter the situation to BJP's favor now. It's too late in the day for the BJP to recover any ground that they've lost in Haryana. And in what way could this apology, or in what way could the government reprimand of Kangana will resurrect the BJP's chances in the BJP in Haryana? I don't understand, but I think the damage has been done, and there is little that the BJP can do now to undo that damage. Uh, no matter what it does to kind of pacify the farmers in Haryana, Neelu.
Right. So we'll have to wait and watch whether Kangana amends her ways or not. But definitely, she's turning out to be an asset for the opposition, because the more she opens her mouth, the more opportunities she gives the opposition to strike back at the BJP. And if BJP hasn't realized, then God forbid what's going to happen within the BJP. Thank you so much. I'll have to end it here. Javed Ansari, Vivek Deshpande. It was wonderful having both of you on the program. And one appeal to the viewers who are watching this discussion: subscribe to our channel, send us a feedback, and stay tuned to the Federal.